So yes, guys, we have here a video from Marvel Snap's son that is called "We Need to Talk About New Cards and Why Nobody Cares About Them in Marvel Snap." I like this topic because I have said it. I said this before. This wasn't a mainstream topic. I said it since the token shop launch, and I said nobody is gonna be hyped for new cards because there are only two scenarios: or you don't care about new cards, and that is stupid. You don't care because you can have them, or you are mad because you can have them. Both cases are stupid. Nobody is hyped out for new cards because you can have them. So I want to see what they have to say about this. So let's check it out.
If a new card arrives in a card game and no one is around to collect it, does it really even exist? Shanna the She-Devil recently dropped in Marvel Snap as a brand new Series 5 card on January 17th, 2023, looking to offer a brand new tool to many Kazoo-style strategies and Zabu decks alike. And when a card like this is released, you would think there would be some kind of fanfare online, people talking about theory-crafted decks where they intend.
Well, brother, even if the card would be accessible to all, that wouldn't happen because Shanna sucks. We all know that Shanna sucks, so that wouldn't happen. The only thing Shanna has going for her is that her art is awesome and she's hot as fuck. That is all that Shanna has going for her, brother. But the card's power level sucks. But yes, I understand where he's coming from. Nobody cares because nobody's playing the card.
To use it and whether or not they think the card might be good. But I've looked far and wide and there's nothing. In fact, even most content creators have kind of mostly ignored Shanna's release. I think people are still quite dejected. Unfortunately, it feels like most Series 5 cards simply aren't attainable. And even when they feel...
Exactly, and when he says even content creators, it is because you have to spend a lot of money and tokens to get a Series 5 card, and you aren't going to do that for Shanna when you know that she will probably suck, you know? So it is too much effort, too much money, too much the currency that is the most scarce in the game, which is collector's tokens, to get fucking Shanna. No one is going to do that, brother. It is stupid that they are releasing every new card into Series 5. They need to adjust this, brother.
Feel like they are. There is such a variety of
and what Real Raptor is saying is true. Less views because no one cares about Shanna. That is true too, my brother. That is fucking true too. Do you think they should allow you to play with all cards in unranked? I will be fine with that. I will be cool with that because that allows you to, or at least in the battle mode, because that allows you to train for the tournament mode and not have to have all cards for tournaments, because that is another problem that not many people are talking about because we don't have the battle mode yet. But when the battle mode launches and you can't play in tournaments, how the fuck are you going to win a tournament when you don't have Darkhawk, for example, and then you face the Sabu Darkhawk deck that is probably the best deck right now, or the Shuri Zero deck? You don't have Shuri. That is a problem, brother. That is a problem for the competitive scene of the game, for sure.
Options, some of which are clearly stronger than others, that spending 6,000 tokens on a card that is speculative at best just doesn't feel like a very good investment overall. In fact, if you're limited on collector's tokens, there's a good chance you won't own this card for several months. And that's...
Exactly, when you take into consideration that you have to be really careful with what you spend your tokens on because they are scarce and you want to be smart about your token expenditure, you won't waste tokens on Shanna. No one in their right mind will do that because you say, I have to save all my tokens for when something cool drops or for when other cool cards drop in rarity. So you are really careful with what you do with your tokens. So that creates an extra barrier for getting these cards, so nobody cares about releasing these cards. And the same thing that happened with Shanna is happening with Dazzler, and Dazzler is better than Shanna, and it doesn't matter either. And the same thing will happen with the Shadow King. And maybe this won't happen with a cool card like Kang the Conqueror, but it will probably happen too. Who cares? It is going to continue to happen because that is how the system is designed.
The problem I've played a handful of games in Marvel Snap since Shanna released, and I can confirm I've seen the card once. In fact, most content creators I've spoken to haven't seen it at all yet. It's hard to be...
I haven't seen a Shanna. Brother, I haven't seen it in a single game. So if I play a game and they play Shanna, the animation that says never seen before is going to pop up because I haven't seen a single Shanna played against me. Of course I don't have her. So I haven't seen a Shanna played against me, brother. I doubt they will give access to cards when they are openly saying you won't collect all cards completely. So it will be cool getting access to them, but they won't do it, and we all know that. We'll know it, brother. Yeah, that's one reason why Unranked is coming out as a way to get boosters and complete missions without losing cubes. I've only been playing boosters decks. I have done them too, but because I want to get all the cards, the base cards to the infinity border. So I am farming boosters for those cards, you know. I've seen Sentry and Shanna like once. I have seen a lot of cards, but Shanna no. And I've seen Sentry, of course, but not Shanna, brother. Next season, throw games till you get to 10, and then farm boosters by just skipping turns and quitting on turn 6. You'll also have a crazy MMR run after you're done. And then you can exploit the game. I yet to see Sauron and Dazzler. I have seen Sauron, but not Dazzler. But Sauron, yes. Nah, I actually play the games. I win like 45%.
Excited about something that simply doesn't feel real.
It doesn't exist, brother. It not only doesn't feel real, it doesn't fucking exist.
So I'm here today to look at some possible solutions. A number of players have expressed extreme frustration about the current situation regarding Series 5. They'll never feel like they have a complete collection. They can't play the decks they want to play. And for content creators, they can't even keep up and play things people might be interested in. So I'm going to offer you...
I am on all of those votes, and I agree completely with everything there. There are stuff that I want to try, not just as a content creator, but as a player, and I can't get access to it, and I am mad. I am not hyped about new releases because I can get access to it, and I am mad. It is fucking stupid. And as a content creator, moreover, I can't get access to that. Brother, it is fucking stupid. So I can make videos about cool cards. And even if I could, some people have said, I don't care about watching Series 5 videos because I can have access to those cards. But there are other group of people that said, well, since I can't get access to those cards, at least I can watch a video about the card. So those are two groups of people there. But I can get access to those cards, and I create content for the game. So it is stupid for me in every fucking way, as a content creator and as a regular player.
For you 3 ways I have thought of so far to potentially remedy this problem. So disclaimers first of all, of course, I don't work for Second Dinner.
Brother, there is one easy solution. You wanna hear the solution to this problem? Don't release every new card into Series 5. There you have it. Simple solution. Who could have thought about this, brother? Easy peasy. Don't release every new card into Series 5. Done. Move on. We already did it, boys. Figure it out. Thing is, we're complaining, but there's a much larger player base that don't watch any Marvel Snap content but are okay with the current economic system, so they buy into it, and so the devs will continue this system to squeeze as much money out of them as possible. 100%, and that is what happens in every mobile game, brother. You guys that are here watching this video and go to YouTube and watch the video and go to Reddit and whatever are like 1% or 2% of the player base. The vast majority of people just were scrolling down the Play Store and they saw a Marvel game and they say, ooh, a new Marvel game, and they click it, they downloaded it, and they play it from time to time, and they spend a couple bucks in there, and everything is cool. And that is the main market for the game. We all know it, brother. Some of them buy the Pro Bundle for $100, some of them don't, but they are the ones that are giving the money to Second Dinner, and we know this.
I'm not a game designer, and these aren't really taking the financial aspect of the game into consideration. Second Dinner has to make money. They're a business that's what they're here for at the end of the day, regardless of how good their game might be. So I
completely agree with this. They need to make money, and I want them to make money because they deserve it, because the game is awesome. And of course, if I want the game to to be live and to be there for years to come and to keep playing the game has to make money so that the game exists. So I agree completely. But do you need this bullshit to make money? That is the thing. Do you need to release every new card into Series 5 to make money? I don't think so. You have the season pass, that is cool. You have the pro bundle and the other bundles that you are selling, that is cool. You have the direct gold that you sell. You have the variant shop. You have a lot of stuff in there that you are making money with. Do you need to release every new card into Series 5 to make money? I don't think so, brother. I don't think so that it is necessary. So you can adjust that system without taking a big hit in profits, brother. As I said many times, you can release cards dynamically. Of course, you can release some cards into Series 5, but not every new card. You can do it dynamically. Some go to Series 5, some goes to Series 4, and some goes to Series 3. And this will be better. You have a big card like Khan the Conqueror or Mephisto. You release that one into Series 5. You have some bullshit like Shanna the She-Devil. You release her into Series 3. You have something in the middle like, I don't know, Shuri or Darkhawk. You release that one into Series 4. This would be a better system, and you will still keep some of your series bullshit in there, and it will be a huge improvement upon what we have right now. But they aren't going to do this because now they say the first batch bullshit that they are releasing, and they are doubling down on releasing everything into Series 5, which I believe is a mistake. There is no hype behind new releases because of this.
Sometimes there's a good chance that these solutions might not be financially feasible in their overall game plan. Secondly, these are very much my thoughts on how we could remedy this issue. I am but a single man on the internet, and my opinion is going to be worth as much as you want it to be. That being said, I would really like to have a healthy discussion about this kind of topic, so if you think you have your own solutions, you want to suggest another way of remedying this issue we all find ourselves with, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below for me, and let me know your thoughts on how you would remedy the problem
them right
of
now
Series
to you,
5 cards. With all that said, let's take a look at solution number 1. Why don't we just start the cards somewhere else? First option here is to kind of start brand new releases in Series 3.
Of course, that is the first thing you think about. Let's release them somewhere else and not in Series 5. That is the first thing. It's the simplest solution possible. Everyone thinks about this because it is fucking obvious, brother.
It's fairly well established at this point that most players reach this stage of the game in a reasonable time frame. And while not having the cards you want exactly can be quite frustrating, you're still receiving cards regularly enough between reserves and the token shop at this point to make a card feel acquirable. Even if you have no interest in Shanna the She-Devil, this kind of progression system would at least more likely encourage you to pay attention to the cards that are releasing in this new set of cards, because even if you don't want it, you're going to want to know what you can open and, more importantly, what you're likely to play against.
And that is one of the problems. I believe that is one of the problems, because you don't have access to these cards. You won't get these cards, but you can, and you won't interface with these cards in 2, 3, 4 months. But you have to still play like these cards exist because they can be played against you. It is fucking stupid, brother. So they will surprise you because there are so few of these cards that you will only face this card 1 in 200 matches, and in that match it's going to surprise you because you aren't used to see this card and you weren't thinking about this card, and they are going to screw you over and you will lose. So this stupid system is affecting the best thing that the game has, which is the game itself, the gameplay. So you are seeing here a way in which the stupid Series 5 system is affecting the gameplay, and I don't like that at all.
More importantly, I firmly believe Series 5, as it is right now, should not exist.
Exactly.
I love Thanos, I love Galactus, and I actually love the fact that iconic Marvel big bads have their own series of cards and are extremely rare and coveted. It feels very appropriate for such iconic characters. It makes them feel very special, and that's an incredible, unique feeling in a card game, as long as those cards aren't meta warping. But the Sentry is not Galactus, and Dazzler is not Thanos. These cards are not the same level and shouldn't cost the same amount of tokens or have the same drop rate as a result. Meta-defining cards like...
Moreover, if they are the newest card. And yes, I agree with that because I said it earlier. I said it earlier that Shanna should be a Series 3 card. I completely agree with that. But being the newest card available, it shouldn't be as rare either because... Brother, in other card games, the moment that the game has a huge surge in players and a huge hype behind the game, and everyone is playing the game, and everyone is talking about the game, is the moment that new cards release. But that doesn't exist in Marvel Snap because nobody cares about the new cards because nobody can get them. So we are going to treat the patch that is coming in the last of the month where the cards downgrade in rarity as the real release of the cards because now we can have access to them. It is fucking stupid. Then why have this access at why have this system at all then? Just release the cards at the last of the month and we will be happier. But no, you wanna have that stuff in there so few people spend more money to get them, right? It is so obviously a cash grab that, brother, oh fuck.
Like Darkhawk feeling so paywalled not only upsets players, but it actively discourages community events if players feel like they can't win without it, possibly killing battle mode on arrival if people just don't have any interest in community events and only want to play with their friends. In my opinion, we should just be...
I talked about that earlier, brother. I talked about that earlier. The tournament scene will get discouraged because if you don't have the cards, you can play in tournaments and you will get destroyed, brother. So you only use the battle mode to play against your friends and establish your own rules with them, you know.
Looking to scrap Series 5 as it is and move...
Unless there are community events and tournament events that say, well, no Series 5 cards. But that is stupid. So the tournament has to adapt because they have a bullshit system in place. Oh, motherfucker.
Move more non-iconic characters down to Series 4 and accept the cards that are placed in Series 5 are meant to have a special level of prestige and will likely never be demoted from them as rare, hard to attain cards that have unique but not meta warping effects. This is potentially an even better solution if we combine it with solution number 2.
I completely agree with what this dude is saying. I completely agree with this. Only add cards to Series 5 that are big bats. Like I said, the Kang the Conqueror is one of them. Mephisto can be one of them. And they never drop in rarity. And then all the other cards, the vast majority of them get released into Series 4 or Series 3. That is cool. And now he's going to say increasing the overall drop rate. And of course, I completely agree with this too.
Why don't we try increasing the drop rate? This is obviously a fairly simple resolution to why people don't care about cards. They don't feel real, they do not feel attainable when Series 4 cards drop at 2.5% and Series 5 cards drop at a whopping 0.5% of the time.
0.25, brother. 0.25. It is even half that. And the other thing is, they said when they released the token shop, we don't want the token shop to be the primary way of people getting cards. But when you are Series 3 complete, it is the only way of getting cards because you have to pay the tokens to get a Series 5 card. You won't get a Series 5 card unless you pay the tokens for, because you won't get the card from a reserve, brother. See, it is only a 0.25% of getting a Series 5 card. It is not guaranteed to be the card you want because you can get a Series 5 card, but maybe it is not, maybe not. It will probably not be the one you want.
If we take a look at this tweet from Dexter, Snapster, commented on by many other content creators in the Marvel Snap space, some of them have never opened a Series 5 card up to collect.
6,700 collection level, and I still never opened a Series 5 card. I am almost at 5K, and I have never opened a Series 5 card. Almost 5K levels, not one single Series 5 card. Same but 7,800. Same but 10K. Motherfucker. 10K levels and not a single Series 5 cards. This is a stupid motherfucker. This is fucking stupid, dude. There is no way this is okay, brother. This is comedy, brother. This is comical. I don't know.
Collector level 10,000. 10,000 is double my collector level, and I've been playing since early beta. Why should I think that opening a Series 5 card is even remotely possible for a player like myself? And as a result, you can release all these cool, sweet cards into Series 5 that I should care about, and outside of my job, I just don't. I won't get to play with them.
Brother, even with my job, I don't care. Well, this is not my job, because I don't earn much money from this. But I create content for the game, you know. This is cool, this is fun for me. And I don't give a fuck about new cards. I don't. And I said to you the other day, well, maybe if you suppress the wanting the new cards, the system can be kinda cool, because if you embrace the not getting every card and you just use your tokens for specific cards, you can't have enough tokens to get the cards you want. I have 12K tokens saved up, but that is because I said I want to spend 6K tokens on a Series 5 card, and the ones that are on Series 4 right now, I don't want to spend the tokens on those, you know. So I have plenty of tokens. So when cards get down in rarity, I can get the ones I want. For example, I want to buy the Shuri, but I'm not gonna buy something stupid, for example, Shanna the She-Devil, even if she demotes. So that is some tokens that I'm saving up. Oh, but can the Conqueror releases? Well, I'll spend the 6K tokens on that one. But I have the ability of spending tokens in exactly what I want. So maybe it isn't that bad. But it is because you are embracing the bullshit system. But the system is still stupid, brother. There are still other stuff in there. And one of those is that you don't care about new releases. The tournaments are still bullshit. You have to wait 5 months to interact with the card, because the first downgrade is 2.5 and the second one is 2.5 more. It is still a fucking stupid system, brother.
Anytime soon. I probably won't see them enough to have to care about what they do, and the easiest way of fixing that is to increase that number. Now, I understand that Second Dinner wants players to end up at roughly the same point until their Series 3 complete. I actually think that's a really good thing overall. It gives a more regimented journey with an element of randomness, so people know there's only a certain point you can get to before you have acquired a certain card that you want. But just like the collector's tokens amounts can be changed significantly once you are Series 3 complete, the drop rate on Series 4 and 5 cards can as well. Such low drop rates when not Series 3 complete allows these cards to still be available to players if they're very, very lucky, and that should hopefully make them feel very special and very unique when they do crack 1 or 2 of them along their progress up to being Series 3 complete. But bringing them more in line with other rewards once Series 3 is complete seems like a very valid way of alleviating player concerns. Initially, my thought process is to make this closer to something like an ink finish or a gold finish for your Infinity Split cards, something around the kind of 10% mark or 5% for the rarer one if that's how you want it to be, but that should make them feel more attainable. Most players have access to a gold or inked card. In fact, some players have complete decks of those effects at this point. If we increase those numbers to that point, you are making Series 4 cards maybe even 4 times more likely, and Series 5 cards way, way more likely to drop than ever before, and people can compare those odds. They know they have gold and inkified cards, and they'll know as a result they will have some Series 4 and 5 cards on their collection track somewhere, as opposed to them feeling largely invisible. My third solution is to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Again, to be quite blunt here, people kind of hate getting a title for reaching infinite. It doesn't feel particularly...
Kinda. Everybody hates it. It is not kinda.
exciting. Most people have one title they really enjoy, maybe a small handful they rotate through, and they want
the straight assessment is this: titles shouldn't exist. Yeah, there you have it. Titles are useless and they shouldn't exist, and they are only some extra bullshit they put into the game to make you feel like you are getting something, but you are getting nothing. What they really want is to give you nothing, but they give you a title so you think you are getting something. That is the stuff that is happening with titles.
Ones that are more unique. If the whole point of a title is to show off that you've achieved something that maybe the other player hasn't, when 10%, 5%, somewhere in this kind of ballpark of players are making Infinite every month, that title is not unique. You're going to see it on the ladder plenty. In fact, as you start climbing towards Infinite again next season, you'll see a fair chunk of really, really dirties and Herald of Galactuses. The majority of people aren't interested in this title if it's going to be so readily available to players they play against on a regular basis. It doesn't really matter how themed to a season it might be. I think we can take inspiration to wanting something themed to the season, and possibly inspiration from the idea of first edition badges, and fix these problems at the same time. What if we were to allow players who reach the Infinite rank to choose one of the 4 cards that release that month as a reward?
I like this idea. I really like this idea. And then you will see everybody trying to get Infinite. Everybody will try to get Infinite because they want that card, brother. So that is a great incentive for people to try to get Infinite. Everybody will really try, so the competitive will be great. But do you think they are going to do this? Nah, brother, they aren't going to do this. Are they going to give you a free card? There is no way in hell they give you a free card for reaching Infinite, brother. It is a cool idea, but we are never going to see this implemented, brother. I guarantee it 100%. I don't mind titles. They used to not belong in the collector's reserve. So titles are useless. They are stupid. For me, rank 90 is all that's valuable now for the gold. Exactly, because you get the gold at 90, 500 gold, that is sweet. But why the fuck would you make the climb to Infinite for a fucking title, a useless title? There were too many Reddit threads and Discord feedbacks of people complaining that the Infinite reward was a cardback and they could not get it. So people care about the fucking cardback, brother. And I believe that the cardback is still stupid for me. And a title and a cardback is still not enough to get people to get to Infinite, you know. You need some sweet reward. But what you are trying to say, if the Series 5 card is a reward for Infinite, a lot of people are going to complain because they are going to say, oh, I can't get to Infinite and I am missing out on the cool Series 5 card. And those people are pussies. They are little bitches. If you want the stuff, get to Infinite, pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Just the 4 cards releasing week on week on week on week. I don't want to make the Series Pass card available as a choice here, but maybe that's something you can consider doing too, to offer that card to players who don't want to pay earlier than before. You can give it a special badge to show that it was your Infinite reward and that's where it came from, as opposed to being bought from the token shop or opened in a cache.
I agree with
Obviously,
this
a
completely.
system like this would require some serious reworking in-game to make it function, but I think it's a pretty reasonable solution overall. It doesn't feel impossible. It gives a more coveted, unique reward to players that reach Infinite rank that season, which should encourage more players to push to make Infinite overall. And it shouldn't discourage anyone from still wanting to buy the other cards that release that month, because if you buy the one you want early, you can still get a different one as your Infinite reward at the end of the season, effectively doubling the speed that players...
In fact, if they ever try to do something like this, that I know they won't, but what they would probably do is like releasing one card that is specific for the Infinite. So you don't choose, they won't give you to choose, but they will say, well, this is the Infinite card. And you can get it if you get to Infinite. Or you can get it by buying it or whatever. Or this card next month will be available. This month is for Infinite player and next month is for Series 4 or something like that. That is, if they do it, I believe they will do it like that. But they won't do it. For sure they won't do it.
Can afford Series 5 cards instead of looking at one a month.
Yo, Soter, brother, how you doing, my dude?
they're looking at least 2 if those are things they want access to. These are just my early thoughts on fixing this problem, and they've come from a place of concern and, I guess, sadness. I want to play with Shanna. I want to create content with this card and show you guys why you should be excited about it. But I can't. And your reasons for being unexcited aren't unfounded. At the moment, Shanna and similar cards that are releasing down the pipeline just don't feel attainable. Most of us are running low on tokens or know that there will be several months until these cards drop to a lower series where we can realistically gain access to them. And that makes what should be...
And I have the tokens and I say I want to spend the tokens on Shanna. I have them and I want to spend my tokens on Shanna or on Dazzler or even the Shadow King. I don't give a fuck. I want to spend my tokens on that bullshit.
Arguably the most exciting part of Marvel Snap as new cards and new releases enter the game. Heartbreaking. I hope you'll let me know what you think about this kind of problem below and possibly offer some solutions of your own in the comment section if you think you have any. If you do enjoy this type of content, you've got to let me know. Please consider subscribing to the channel, maybe leaving a comment about how you thought this video went. It will come.
I believe this is a cool video, brother. I don't know what is your name. The channel is called Marvel Snap Song. Well, this was a cool video, brother. I agree with what you said. You have some cool ideas, but again, the solution is simple. Don't release every new card into Series 5. That is your solution. You can release some cards into Series 5, but not all of them. And there you have it. The system is solved. You don't have to think about crazy stuff and come up with crazy bullshit. That is all you need to do. Of course, you can also give us more odds of pulling a Series 5 and Series 4 card out of a box, but I would prefer not getting every new card into Series 5. And there you have it. Easy fix. Done. And yes, brother, thank you for the video. It was a cool fucking video. I liked it a lot, and I like this topic because this is one of the things that could potentially harm the game down the road. Even now, I believe the interest of players might be getting lower and lower and lower, and they have to do something about it, brother. Maybe I am wrong, and maybe they have the data and they say, oh, the players' numbers are great, we don't give a fuck. So I don't really know, but this is a system that could potentially harm the future of the game for sure. The variants are cool, but not 5k tokens cool, my brother. Oh, of course, I don't pay 5k tokens. I won't pay 5k tokens for that bullshit. No, 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 no. I doubt they downgrade 4 cards every month. That's too friendly for players. But they will downgrade, right? Right now we will get 5 and 5, so they will do that. But what you are getting downgraded right now was released 2-3 months ago. So at this point, they don't really give a fuck anymore. I still have not seen any of the new cards released this season, even Sauron, the first one. I have seen the Sauron, and I think the Dazzler, but I don't know, but no Shanna. No Shanna. I am only saving tokens for the Ghost Rider and Gamora variants. The Ghost Rider is fucking cool, but brother, 5k tokens. I want a card, brother. I want a card. I'll be honest, some of the lack of fight for me is I don't give a fuck about these D-tier Marvel characters too, lol. Never heard of Shanna the She-Devil, the Shadow King, etc. They could be amazing as cell cards and I still wouldn't care that much. Exactly, that's why you hear me be so insistent on Kang the Conqueror and Mephisto, because not only are they cool cards, but they are also cool characters. And yes, I wanna play with them even if they suck. You know, but I don't feel that way with Shanna or the Shadow King. I don't give a fuck about them, brother. Kraven's got a movie coming out and I never heard of him. Well, we have the Kraven the cat, the 2-2, when you move something he gets power. Kraven was in the Spider-Man in his cartoon. Exactly, I met Kraven for the first time in there, brother. Kraven getting a solo movie is almost as stupid as a solo Morbius movie. Son of gonna Sony. They wanna try to milk the Spider-Man IP, you know, some way. And the Morbius movie, well, we know it sucked, brother. But now I want them, if you have titles in the game, give me the It's Morbin Time title, brother. That would be a cool title that I would wanna rock, brother.